So you watched the reset trap video, and if you're here, it means that you finally saw your patterns for the first time clearly and you have decided to change and you're looking for more information. Now, in the reset trap video, I talked about something called the 90-day commitment challenge. Yes, I'm here to explain it, to give you the template and the worksheet for it. But before we get into it, if you want more videos like this to show you your confidence self and to improve your confidence in all areas of your life, make sure you click that subscribe button. Yeah, I'm waiting for you, Yeshua. It's not work. Just click it, subscribe. So now I need you to understand one thing. This template is not magic. Yes, it's not magic. It's not going to feel revolutionary. In fact, when you see how simple it is, part of it is going to be like, what is this? Part of you is going to be like disappointed that you want to find something complex. You know that urge of going to find something complex in? That's the research trap trying to survive in you. It wants you to think that the answer must be more complicated. It must be more grand. What I'm about to show you today works because it is simple. It removes all form of excuses you have been making for yourself because it makes it impossible for you to reset without being brutally honest with yourself, basically. So here is what we are covering today. We are covering the 90-day framework, how to choose your one goal without second guessing yourself, and how to arrange your non-negotiable minimum, the tracking system that actually works, and the emergency protocols for you when you inevitably want to quit. So by the end of this video, you will have everything you need. No more research, no more optimization. We just need the template and your decision to make use of it. So first things first, you need to choose one goal for the next 90 days. Yes, not two. Not the goal that you say, well, these three are connected, so let me just add them together. No, I'm not talking of that. You don't say that these three are connected, so they basically count as one. So let me pack it. Let me pack them together. No, just one goal, one simple, straightforward goal. And this is where most people miss it. So we are going to do this carefully. Here's what happens in most people's brains. They immediately start to optimize the choice. Which goal will give me the highest ROI? Which goal will give me the highest money? Which goal is more realistic? Which one should I do first? They start asking themselves questions and they become confused. Please stop. These are the reset trap questions. They are designed to keep you in the analysis mode forever. So instead, I want you to do something I call the choosing ceremony. And yes, I'm calling it a ceremony because it needs to feel grand, right? It needs to feel important. So a choosing ceremony. This may make you have a real commitment to it, probably for the first time in your life, for the first time in years. So here is the process of the choosing ceremony. Number one, step one, the brain dump. I need you to set a timer for 5 minutes. Yes, set a timer for 5 minutes. Write down every goal you have been carrying around. Everything. Put them on paper. Every someday I will put it on paper. Every cycle you have been stuck in. Everything. Don't filter anything. Don't prioritize. Just get it all out. Your fitness goals, your business goals, your spiritual goals, your relationship goals, your social goals, your creative projects, financial targets, learning goals, all of it, put them on paper. Most people are carrying 15 to 25 unfinished goals in their head. And these 15 to 25 goals are sources of background guilt and anxiety. You need to see them all in one place on that sheet of paper. Step two is what I call the honesty filter. The honesty filter. Now look at your list and ask yourself this question. For each item, have I reset this goal more than once? Look at goal one. Have I reset this goal more than once? If yes, circle it. If no, leave it like that. So let's go to step three. Step three is what I call the regret test. The regret test. This is the most important part. I need to listen. For each circled goal, imagine it is 1 year from today. You have spent that 1 year resetting various goals like always. But this particular one, you never touched it. You gave up on it completely. So how do you feel? In 2027, how will you feel? Yes, if you dump that goal completely, you feel, oh, that's all right. I'm not really affected by that. If that's how you feel, cross it out. If you feel that, I cannot leave this goal, keep it. We are coming to it. If the answer is honestly, I'm kind of relieved about this goal. I don't really want to stress myself concerning it. Please cross it out. Cross it. That's not your goal for your 90 days commitment. But if the answer makes your stomach drop a little, that, Kai, I cannot let go of this thing. That is your goal. That's the goal you cannot give up on. That's the goal you can't give up on. So I need you to pick that goal. Now, the step four is the public declaration. The public declaration. Here is where it gets real right. Once you have identified your goal, you are going to write it down in this exact format. In this exact format. For the next 90 days. Starting, you write the date you wrote it. I'm committing to this specific goal. I will not reset. I will not restart or abandon this goal before write that end date that you are expecting the goal to be accomplished, regardless of progress, setbacks, or better ideas that emerge. Are you listening? Then you are going to tell someone, maybe a close friend. I not social media. You're going to tell somebody, you know, where you get that someone that gives you encouragement. Tell that person that knows you well enough to call you out. That person is who you should call. And you should read them your declaration and give them the permission to hold you to it. Yes. This does two things for you. It makes it look real, and it makes it harder to quit quietly. It makes it harder to reset without anyone noticing. Now let's go to step five. Step five is called the constraints lock. This is crucial. You need to define what your goal actually means in concrete terms. You don't say get healthy or build a business or I need to write more. No, it must be concrete. It must be measurable. It must be specific. Here's the template that you use to write that goal. By the by day 90, I will have specific measurable outcome by doing this specific action at so frequency. Yeah. It must be time bound. You remember SMART? Yeah. So let me give you an example. By day 90, I would have lost 20 pounds by tracking my food and staying under my calorie target 6 days per week with one workout minimum 3 days per week. Or you may say, by day 90, I will have completed the first draft of my book by writing a minimum of 200 words every single day. So you get, hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I need you to notice what the examples I gave have in common. They define the outcome and the behavior, what you will do to get that outcome. They are very specific, so specific that you cannot wiggle out of them. So your turn. Write your goal in this format. And if you can't, it means that your goal is still too vague. And vague goals are they are reset traps magnets. You get what I'm trying to say? So I need you to make it concrete, or you are setting yourself up to fail. Okay, so right now you should have one goal that is clearly defined with a public declaration made, and that is the foundation. Now let's go to build the structure, and this will actually, give you the path through which you'll be able to fulfill your goals. So this is where the template becomes very interesting because we are not just setting a goal, we are building a system that makes resetting nearly impossible. So the core of this system is what I call the non-negotiable minimum. You remember I said it in the last video? Yes, the non-negotiable minimum. And most people get this wrong immediately. So pay attention. Your non-negotiable minimum is not your ideal. You get? It is not what you hope to do on a good day. It is the absolute flaw. That's what you do on your bad days. Because on your bad days, you still have to show up to achieve your goals. So the non-negotiable minimum is where you fall on those bad days, on those days you don't feel motivated, that you don't just feel like doing anything. Is your non-negotiable minimum that you should look at and perform for that day. You get what I'm trying to say? It is the amount of effort that you can do even on your worst day. So let me give you examples of what this non-negotiable minimum is not. Number one, if you say I'll work out 6 days a week for an hour each time, probably you say I'll write 2,000 words every day, or you will say I'll make 10 sales calls every day. Let me tell you something. These examples are aspirational targets, and aspirational targets are reset fuels. Why? Because the first day you can only manage 30 minutes in the gym. Can you imagine? You are someone that has not done exercise for some months now or some years now, and you are here saying you are going to do 1 hour 6 days a week. Are you not deceiving yourself? You can only manage 30 days a week. So, okay, you aspire to do 1 hour, but you can't. You can't. So just put your minimum, like 30 minutes, or 20 minutes. You will see what I'm trying to say as we go on. Your non-negotiable minimum needs to be so small that you feel embarrassed to reset because you cannot handle it. Like, if you just see the goal, you'll be like, I cannot even handle this small thing. Like I will do it. I will do it. Yeah, let's get up and do it. You get what I'm trying to say? It should be that small that you should be able to perform even when you're not feeling motivated. So how do you get this your non-negotiable minimum? So you have written your goals. You wrote your goals the first time. You wrote it with time frame and all of that. So and your actions. So that your ideal action that you want to perform a day. You take it. That's your ideal. Then you divide it by probably 3 or 4. If you feel that after you have divided it by 3 or 4 and you feel that it's still too much for you to handle on your bad days, divide it further until you feel embarrassed that this is so small. Oh. Let me just leave it like that. I can do it. You get what I'm trying to say. Probably if you want to work out for 6 days a week for an hour, your minimum should be probably 20 minutes of movement 3 days a week. You can see what I'm trying to say. So if you want to write like 2,000 2,000 words daily, your minimum should be at least 200 words every single day, no exception. If you want to make probably 10 sales calls a day, your minimum should be two genuine outreach to your customers in a day. Now I know what you are thinking. You see that this is too small. Oh. Ah, when will I fulfill that goal? When will I get achieve that goal? But let me tell you, your non-negotiable minimum is not your ideal. So on your good days, you perform your ideal. I'm just saying that on your bad days, when you don't feel motivated to do anything, is your minimum should at least do to make sure that you are taking a step forward towards your goal every single day. You know what? There is a research on this called the small wins theory. People who maintain tiny, consistent action build significantly more long term change than people who have intense bursts followed by breaks. Your brain is literally rewiring itself every time you do the bare minimum. Even if it's the minimum you do, your brain will like, okay, we are working on this goal today again. Oh yeah, let's go. You get your brain will take that particular goal as serious and it must be achieved. So you're proving to yourself over and over and over again that I'm a person that doesn't quit. Even if it is hard, I show up for myself. That is worth more than any optimization plan. Now, let me restate the minimum design process. Step one, I need to write your ideal daily action for your goal. Yes, write it down. So, step two, divide it by three or four until you get something that is insultingly easy for you to perform every day. Yes. And step three, I need you to add the phrase at the back saying, no matter what happens, I'm going to do this. Yes, add it to the back of that to the back of that action. So step four, I need to ask yourself, on my absolute worst day in this year or in this month, can I still do this? If the answer is an immediate yes, leave it. If it is no, make that minimum smaller. Let me give you an example. Probably you have a fitness goal. So your ideal is hit the gym 6 days a week for 60 minutes workouts. Yes, that's 1 hour workout. So your minimum should be 20 minutes or even 20 minutes of intentional movement, 3 days per week, no matter what. So what does this mean? A 20 minute walk counts. A body weight exercise in your living room counts. You are not trying to optimize. You are not trying to break the chain. You are not trying to do something to, you know, something to act towards that goal you have set for yourself. You get what I'm trying to say? Yes. Okay, let me give you another example to reinforce my point. Probably you are a creative, you are a writer. So your ideal goal probably is I'm going to write 2,000 words per day. I'm going to finish this novel in 3 months. Yes. So your minimum should probably be 200 words written every single day, no matter what. So what does this mean? Some days you may write 2,000. That's your ideal. That means you have done well. Eh? Some days you may write exactly 200 and stop. Some days you may even write 900. You get? So both, you see, all this counts as success provided you didn't break the commitment. That's the most important thing. Here is what is crucial. Your minimum is not a permission for you to be lazy. It is protection against the reset urge. You are still aiming for your ideal on most days. So, but the minimum ensures that even when life happens to you, you don't have an excuse to reset. Because here's the truth, you can't reset what you didn't break. And you can't break a commitment that is this small. Now, of course, to every rule there is an exception. Now, what is the exception? There's only one exception to your minimum. If you are physically unable to do it due to an illness or emergency, I'm not saying I am tired, so therefore I cannot do my minimum, or I am not feeling motivated, therefore I cannot do my minimum, or I have a busy day today, therefore I cannot do my minimum. No, we are not talking of that kind of exception. They are saying someone that is physically unable. True, true, yes, you are very. I don't pray for that kind of sickness for you, though. And I don't pray for any evil occurrence for you. So there should be no exception, right? Yes. And even then, when there's this exception, here's what you do. You mark it on your tracker as emergency exception. Let it be there on your calendar that there was an emergency exception on this day. Oh. That's why I could not perform my minimum. So you, at the end of the month, you look at your calendar. If you have 10 emergency exceptions in a month, my dear, you are lying to yourself and you need to acknowledge it. So I need you to design your non-negotiable minimum right now. Make it specific, make it small enough that you feel that this is insulting. Sure, I cannot do this thing this morning. So you would feel like, no, 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 I must do it. Yes. So that kind of minimum, put it there for yourself. This is your anchor for the next 90 days. All right. So now let's talk about how we are going to track this. Because tracking is where most people either overcomplicate things or undercomplicate them, and both lead to resets. The traditional approach is to track results, weight on scale, revenue, numbers, word count, social media followers. And I'm telling you right now that we are tracking none of this. So what I mean out tracking? You are going to be tracking your efforts, not your results. Here is why. Your results are lagging indicators. They lag behind your efforts. Sometimes by week, sometimes by month. Your results will not look like this is so much effort I put in. Look at the results. So if you are tracking a result, you may see slow progress at week 4. You will feel discouraged and start thinking of resetting, start thinking of getting a new way of doing it, you know. But instead, you're going to track the only thing that matters. And what is that thing? Did you do your minimum today? Yes. Did you do your minimum today? And it is a binary answer. Yes or no. Now let me talk to you about the X system. I need you to get a physical calendar, not an app, not a digital tracker. A physical calendar you can see. Every day you do your minimum, you put a big X on that day. Every day you don't, you leave it blank. Your only job is not to break the chain of X's. This is what I call the scoreboard thinking. You are not measuring yourself against the external stuff or the external results. You are measuring yourself against your own commitments. Did you show up? Yes or no? Put the X there. The X system works for 3 psychological reasons. Number 1, it removes emotion from the equation. You are asking that, did I do what I'm committed to? It is objective. Yes. You are not saying, did I do enough? Hey, Ishaya, I didn't do enough like this. You have already done that thinking before and you have set your minimum. So your minimum is enough for you. So you're not even thinking that. You're thinking that, did I do that I've chosen to be committed to every single day? It is objective. So number 2, it creates visual momentum. After 10 days of exits, you don't want to break the chain. You want it to be smooth now, Abby. You don't want to see a break. You don't want to see a blank in between. So that X chain becomes precious to you. You want to keep it. So you continue. So step number three, why this X system is very important, is it builds self-trust. Every X is an evidence that you are someone that keeps commitments. Your brain starts to believe it. And anything your brain believes, you are it. So now we have talked about the X system. Now let's talk about the weekly review. Of course, you must review your work every week. So every Sunday, you're going to do a 10-minute review, not to judge yourself, not to optimize, just to observe. And here is your template. Number one, count your X's. How many days did you hit your minimum this week? Number two, identify patterns. Were there specific days or situations when you struggled? Yeah, ask yourself that and write it down. Number three, note your urges. Did you feel the reset urge this week? When and why? Number four, celebrate the change. Acknowledge that you did not reset. That matters more than you think. Yes. I think I've said something about celebrating small wins here. So celebrate it. Yeah, you did well. Celebrate it. Reward yourself with a good meal or take yourself out. Yes, just reward yourself that I didn't break this chain. And then, yeah, we go next week. We go harder next week. Number five, I need to set intention. What is the one tiny adjustment that will make next week easier? It is not a reset, it's an adjustment. I need you to write this your weekly review in a journal or a notes app. Just keep it 10 minutes. What are you doing? It is not a therapy. Just 10 minutes. It's data collection. So the next tracking system we're going to do is the monthly milestone. So at the 30-day mark and the 60-day mark, you are going to do something really special. And what is it? You are going to look back at your calendar and count your X's again. You are going to write yourself a letter answering these questions. Question number one, what has been harder than I expected? Question number two, what has been easier than I expected? Question number three, what have I learned about myself? And question number four, why am I choosing not to reset? Write that letter that answers these four questions. The letter serves two purposes. It documents your journey so that you can't minimize your effort later. And it reinforces the identity of someone who finishes what they start. So now let's move to what I call the temptation log. Here is the sneaky tool that people don't use, but absolutely should. And that is what I call the temptation log. Every time you feel the urge to reset, write it down. Yes, write it down. So what are you going to write down about the urge? Number one, you're going to write down the date. The date you felt that urge to reset. Write it down. Number two, what triggered the urge? Is it slow progress? I told you not to look at your results, but you mistakenly went to look at your results and you saw slow progress. And then you'll be like, Kai. And this auntie or this lady said I should not reset. This lady said I should not reset. Okay? Write it down. Or you saw that someone else's journey looks better than your own. So therefore you wanted to reset. Write it down. Or you say, oh, yeah, you got frustrated with the process that probably it's taking too long. The goal has not materialized and all of that. Write it down. Yes, write those triggers. Write those triggers down. What was your brain telling you when you had this urge? That's number three. Did it say, Should I try the X instead? That means should I try another method instead? Or this approach is not working. Or whatever your brain was telling you at that point, write it down. I need to document. Yes. Then another thing you should document in this temptation log is, did you give in to the urge or not? Yes, write it down. Be true to yourself. It's only you and your notepad or your phone that is here now. So be true. Did you give in? Did you give in? So let me tell you one interesting thing about this log. This log does something brilliant. It shows you your patterns. After 3 or 4 entries, you will see that the reset urges are remarkably predictable. Yes, they are predictable. They're not actually about your plan being wrong. They're just about specific triggers. You may be surprised that every time you want to reset, you'll be shocked that the trigger will be that you are comparing yourself to someone on social media, or you saw your friend's better approach and you like, then let me do it. So it's not that your plan is not working. Your plan is working, but because you did not see anybody doing your own plan, your own method. So therefore, you don't want to be alone in that. You don't want to be alone in that. You want to do another person's method so that you have, a twin. You want to be twinning. Oh my God. So it's not that your plan is definitely working. It's just that I need you to stop looking at others and stop looking at your results. Track your efforts. And effort pays. It does. It pays. Let me reinforce this again. What are you not tracking? Number one, if it's a fitness goal, you are not tracking your weight. If it's a business goal, you are not tracking your revenue numbers. If you are a creative, you are not tracking your social media followers. If you or generally, you are not even tracking your comparison to other people. You are not looking at other people's social media accounts. Yes, don't look at it and comparing them to your own. Don't. You are just tracking one thing. You are tracking your efforts. You are tracking your effort. You are tracking your consistency. You are tracking your commitments. I know this feels wrong. Your brain wants to track results because results feels like the real progress. But here's the truth. For the first time in years, you are going to build something that actually matters. And what is that thing? The habit of not quitting, the identity of someone that finishes. This is the result that makes other results possible. Because if you're not consistent at something, you cannot even achieve anything. So you have to develop that habit. It's just 90 days. Once you get that habit, you see that to be an easy ride fulfilling your other goals. You get what I'm trying to say? So I need to get by your calendar. Start your exchange. Do your weekly reviews. Do your monthly reviews. Keep your temptation log and don't give in to the reset urge. Don't. Now, okay. We have talked about the tracking system, right? So I'm not here trying to tell you that you will not want to reset or you will not feel the reset urge at all. No, that's not what I'm that's not what I'm trying to say. You will definitely feel the urge. In fact, multiple times safe. Day 90, no. Day 30, day 20. Even day one self, you'll be like, what is this that I'm trying to do? You'll be like, what is it that I'm trying to do? But I love to tell you that once you have these templates, it's a smooth sailing. That's a lie. That is a very big fat lie. It's not going to be smooth. If I tell you that lie, that means I'm part of the problem. I beg. That's not the truth, though. So instead, I'm going to give you emergency protocols. Yes. Those I not do something good for you. These emergency protocols are your inventions for when the reset urge hits you hard. Number one emergency protocol is what I call the 48-hour rule. The 48-hour rule. When this reset urge strikes, you cannot act on it for 48 hours. Non-negotiable. Don't even act on it. The urge to reset is almost always emotional, not logical. So it is triggered by disappointment, frustration, comparison, or impatience. And emotions are terrible strategists. So I need you not to act on it. So here's the rule, eh? When you feel the reset urge, you acknowledge it, okay? This reset urge is there, let me go and get my temptation log. Write it down, your temptation log, and then continue doing your minimum for 2 days. Anyway, just do it. Continue what you are committed to doing. After 48 hours, if you still genuinely believe your plan is fundamentally flawed, then we can talk about these adjustments. But here's actually what happens. 90% of the time, the urge passes away. You won't feel it again. I'm telling you. This 48-hour rule stops you from making permanent decisions based on transient emotions, based on temporary feelings. Hope you got it. Now let's go to emergency two. Emergency protocol two is what I call what is really wrong audit. Yes, you want to ask yourself, what is the problem? What is the problem? What is really wrong? When you want to reset, it's usually not about the plan. It's about one of these. Number one, probably you are not feeling seeing the results fast enough, even though I told you not to check results. So that means impatience, right? Number two, probably someone else's method looks better than yours. That means you're comparing yourself, right? Comparison. Number three, that means this thing that you are doing is harder than you expected. Oh, hey, that means you are going through what I call the discomfort avoidance. Number four, you are afraid that you are going to fail anyway. That means you are going through what I call the preemptive self protection. Number five, you are bored of doing the same thing every single day. That means you are novelty seeking. So when this urge hits, you are going to do this audit. What exactly am I feeling that makes me want to reset? I need to write it down in your temptation log. Be brutally honest with yourself. I want to reset because I saw a very fine lady on social media and how she's doing her thing is not how I'm doing mine. Are you sure I'm even on the right track? Then ask, is this actually a problem? Is there actually a problem in my plan? Is there actually a problem in my execution? Or is this just a feeling that will pass? Yeah. And most of the time it's just that feeling. Also go off that social media. Leave yourself for like 2 hours. You have done this, done that. You'll forget and you just move on with your life. So let me show you how this audit looks like. So you may write that, for example, I want to reset because I've only lost 4 pounds in 3 weeks and I expected to lose more. This is impatience. The plan is working. At least I lost 4 pounds, but I'm just uncomfortable with the pace. So therefore, I'll just keep going. I will lose more. Or you may say, I want to reset because I saw someone on YouTube doing a different workout program and it looks more fun. My own looks boring and I'm tired of doing that same thing every single time. That's novelty seeking and comparison. How you say their plan looks better? Eh? It's just different. Just keep going with it. It's not a must you must twin with somebody. I beg. It's the person going where you are going. watching the video. I have a lot of things to tell you, still a lot. Although, yeah, we are almost done with the scripts. So it's still a lot. So emergency protocol 3, I need you to adjust. You at that point, you may want to make some adjustments to your minimum. You are not resetting, so therefore you will not start again. You are just making adjustments. Okay, you have done the 48-hour rule, you have done the audit, and there is genuinely something off with your plan. So here is the thing you can do. You make the smallest possible adjustments to your minimum and nothing else changes. This is not a reset, it's just a tweak. Let me give you an example. Your minimum was, I'm going to write 200 words every day. But you keep missing days because evenings don't work. Abi, you go to work in the morning, but evenings don't work. You are very busy during the evenings. You are setting the house in order probably. So you adjust to writing, okay, I'll write 200 words before 10 a.m. every day. It is the same minimum, right? But you just made a different time. You get what I'm trying to say? Or your minimum was 3 workouts per week, but life keeps getting in the way. So what do? You will just adjust it to probably 15 minutes of movement, 4 days per week. So you are just redistributing the volume. You are not quitting. You get. So the rule is you can adjust the when, the how of your minimum, of your goal, but you cannot adjust the how. You cannot adjust the what. That means the go gong 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 or the why. You get what I'm trying to say? You can adjust the when and the how you will perform it, but you cannot adjust the what and the why you are doing it. You get what I'm trying to say? If not, we have to reset. Get. So you can keep on going with your 90-day challenge. Now, emergency protocol 4 is what I call the accountability call. You remember that person that you told your goal and you made your public declaration to? Yes, when you want to reset or when you get that urge, give the person a call. But prior to this time, you would have told the person what to say to you whenever you want to reset. So what is that thing? You tell the person that, guy, if I call and say I want to reset, here is what I need you to say. What does your temptation log say? Have you done your 48-hour rule? Have you forgotten what will happen if you don't do this goal? Have you done your BRS minimum this week? You get. That's what I want you to say whenever I want to reset. So whenever you call that person, when that person bombards you and reminds you about the emergency protocols you're supposed to go through at this point, then you'll be like, oh yeah, there's somebody backing me up in this. Let me do this emergency protocol to keep myself back in line. You get what I'm trying to say? Because here is the truth. When you want to reset, you don't need comfort. You need someone that will slap you in the head to go back in line. Go back. That's what that person should do to you. Now, emergency protocol 5 is called the nuclear option. This is the only acceptable reset. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Elephant abi lion. So, is there ever a time that truly resetting is choice? Yes, but it is rare. It is rare. And there are only acceptable reasons to reset. Number one, major life crisis. Probably death of a family member, serious illness, job loss, accidents, divorce. Real emergencies that fundamentally change your capacity. That's when you can say, okay, I just need to reset this thing. Number two, complete category error. What do I mean by that? Probably you are committed to building a business in an industry you discovered is unethical, or probably a fitness goal that your doctor says is dangerous for your health, or just fundamental wrongness. You get? Do you understand the examples I just gave? That's when you can say, okay, you need to reset. But should you even make those goals in the first place? Ask yourself. So number three, when it's acceptable for you to reset, you honestly, genuinely discovered that you don't actually care about this goal. You don't actually care about this goal. Whether I achieve it or not, say, well, it's not even mine. That means you did not even pay attention when you were choosing your 90-day challenge goal at first. So you just have to start again. You go and reset. Make sure it's the right goal you pick this time around. So if any of these are true, that means you have to reset. And let me tell you how to reset responsibly. So when you want to reset now, number one thing you must do is to document exactly why you are resetting. I've told you the reasons. So just document. Is it death in the family? Of course, that will not happen in Jesus' name. Amen. Or divorce or anything. I don't pray any of that should happen. Then, or probably an unethical business, or a goal that is dangerous to your health. Yes, or probably your capacity at that point changed. You know what I'm trying to say? Yes. So document your why. Then complete a full week of doing nothing. No new goals, no new plans, to ensure that it's not an emergency reaction. Now, number three, I need you to tell that to your accountability partner and have them confirm that you are not in a reset trap pattern. Yes. You need to talk with them. Then number four, right? Yes, number four. I need you to extract the lessons that you have learned. You know, what did you learn? At least you have done some few days in this goal you want to reset. What did you learn? And what are you going to do differently this time around? This is a respectful exit, not an hasty escape. So, what is the emergency mantra? You know, when all else fails, when the urge is screaming at you, when you are 100% sure you need to reset, I want you to say this out loud to yourself. I don't need a better plan. I need to trust this plan longer. Say it as many times as you need to, because it is almost always true. The emergency protocols are your safety nets. Use them. They will save you from this reset trap. They will save you from yourself. That your lazy self. I'm just joking. They will just save you from that yourself that craves comfort. Yes, they will save you. So yeah, let's move to the next chapter. So now let's talk about how your week will look like. Because structure prevents hasty decisions. Yes. And decisions are where people reset. We don't want to decide anything at this point. You have done all the decision in the initial stage when you were still creating your goal and your non-negotiable minimum. You have decided and everything. Now, while you are doing the goal, you don't need to decide anything again. Just perform. Eh? So your weekly framework would look like this. Monday should be your recommitment day. So every Monday, you are going to do a 5 minute ritual. Number one, in those 5 minutes, number one, you look at your calendar and count the last week's X's. Number two, you read out your goal declaration loud. Read it out loud. I'm not saying say it inside. No. Read it out loud. Say it to yourself. Let you hear yourself. Number three, identify your highest risk days. this week. Probably on Wednesday you're going to travel, or probably on Tuesday you're going to have a busy schedule, or there's a social event you need to attend that week. I need to identify it on Monday. Number four, pre-commit to when you will do your minimum on those risky days. On those risky days, probably you cannot do your minimum in the mornings. You will shift it to the evening. I told you about little tweaks. Yes. So you just shift to the evening. Make sure you do the minimum, even on those days. But you can just rearrange when and how you perform it. But just make sure you perform it. Yes. So on Tuesday now, Tuesday to Saturday, we have the execution days. So these days, I'm not saying on Monday you should not do anything. Still perform your ideal tasks and minimum. When you are done, you do your analysis. So on Tuesday now, Tuesday to Saturday, you're not doing any analysis, you're not doing any optimization plan, you're not just execute, just continue doing your things. You get continue doing your minimum or your ideal as the case may be. If you need to exceed your minimum, great, perfect. Don't make a big deal of it. Just mark your X. Make sure your X is marked every single day. You get if you barely scrape by with exactly your minimum, great. It's still the same X. That means that if you only did your minimum, perfect, still the same X, but make sure you do your minimum. Probably you wanted to read 5 chapters of a book today. Your minimum is read 1 chapter every day, and you read one. Still mark your X. Some days you read two, still mark your X. Some days you read three, still mark your X. Some days you read five, still mark your X. Even though you read 10 chapters in that day, still mark your X. The only time you shouldn't mark your X is if you don't do your minimum. Now we have talked about Monday to Saturday. Now let's go to Sunday. Sunday is your review day. This is, that 10 minutes weekly review I was talking about? Yes. That's what you should do on Sunday. So how should you do it? Number one, you do your X count. I hit my minimum so days this week. Yes, count your X's. Number two, pattern recognition. The days when I not do my X, I struggled with this, that. Or probably I was struggling while doing my minimum because of this and that and that and that. I need to write it down so that I can recognize patterns and what you're going to do better next week. So it'll be easier for you to perform your ideal or your minimum as the case may be. Number three, wins. I told you to celebrate small wins. So you say, I'm proud of myself, write it down, celebrate, and probably physically celebrate yourself. Then number four, temptations. This is when you write a temptation log. I wanted to be sad because of blah, 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 blah. I looked at I compared myself with social person. I found that my method is a bit boring, or are you sure I'm not going to feel like this anyways? I mentioned all of that earlier. So you're going to write them in your temptation log. So also write, did you reset or not? Write it there. It's part of your review. So what else are you going to do in this review? You're going to write down next week's intention. You have noticed the patterns. You know what you're going to do differently. Write them down. The number six thing you're going to do in this review is gratitude. Yeah, be grateful that you're able to stick through to whatever day it is that you're doing the review. Now, let's talk about the monthly deep dive. The monthly deep dive. So at day 30 and at day 60, you're going to add one extra step to your Sunday review, which is called the progress audit. This is the only time you are allowed to look at the actual results, not weekly, but monthly. The monthly deep dive. So the progress audit template goes thus. Number one, we have what we call the objective measurements. My measurement progress is dash. Maybe your weight, maybe your revenue, maybe the pages you've written, whatever your goal tracks, you write it there. What your pounds that you have lost the week before, write it there. Your business revenue, your profits, write it there. Yes. So number two, subjective feeling. How do I feel about this progress? Do I feel bad that it's slow? Do I feel okay with the progress? Write it down. Or do I feel as if my effort is not enough? Just write it down. Then number three, the reality check. Given my consistency, that's the X count. Is this progress reasonable? Yes or no? Not maybe. So either take yes or no concerning that. Then number four, the comparison trap check. Am I comparing myself to someone else's timeline? Yes or no? I told you not to swim with anybody, but you did not listen. Okay, that's on the lighter note. So the comparison trap check tracks whether you are actually comparing yourself to another party, how the person is doing stuff and all of that. Are you comparing yourself with the timeline? You see the person, you see what the person, you see the person's results. Sorry, you see the person's results, and you're comparing it to your own, and you don't know the effort the person has put in. Beware. So yes or no, tick it. Be honest with yourself. Number five, the keep or adjust decision. Am I keeping my current approach because blah 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 blah? Make sure you find yourself a good reason to keep going. In fact, force yourself to have a reason to keep going. That reason that you force yourself to have to keep going, write it down. Because you must continue. You must continue. Yes. So here's the key. Even if your progress feels slow, even if your X count is high, or if it is, I need you to just keep going. Keep going. Slow progress with high consistency beats fast progress that is unsustainable. If you are consistent, that means you are able to sustain whatever results that you have gotten. That you have gotten. You get so. Let's go to the reading protection rules. So, what are these rules? That's the reading protection rules. To protect your reading, you need to establish certain boundaries. So, rule one is during these execution weeks, no new learning. Don't say you are learning another style of workouts. The workouts are decided from the beginning, but you should continue to the end of the 90 days. Hallelujah. So weeks 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Those execution weeks, don't research new methods. Don't watch optimization videos. Don't read new articles about better ways to do something. You are setting yourself up for failure if you do that. Execute your plan, and that is it. Yeah? If you find yourself watching a 10x, watching a video that says 10x your results within 2 days, no be lie be that. As how now, as how. Close that video, sharp. Close it. That is the reset trap, trying to seduce you with novelty. Now, rule number two, strategic learning windows. Week 4, week 8, week 12 are your strategic learning windows. Only on these weeks you should consume content of optimization, blah, blah, blah. But here is the catch. You are not allowed to implement anything new. If you know that if you watch those videos, you want to implement something new, then don't even watch it at all. Don't even watch it at all. Hmm? So these optimization videos are for you to practice after your 90 days. After your 90 days, that you will see your results and everything, then you'll be like, okay, what am I going to do better? Then you start another 90 days challenge. That's for after your 90 days. So I've told you. Rule number 3 is the social media boundaries. I know this is going to hurt, but it is necessary. During your 90 days, you need to heavily limit your consumption of content in your goal category. If it's fitness goal, limit consuming content on workouts and everything. If it is business goal, limit your consumption of content in that area. You get, stop following. If it's fitness, stop following fitness influencers. If it's business, stop watching entrepreneurial content. If it is writing, blah 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 blah. Don't consume content in your goal category. Why did I say so? Because every time you see someone with a better method, you trigger the reset urge. And you cannot afford that. Like, we want to avoid that completely. You can still consume content, but make sure that it is not in your goal category. Simple. You need to protect your commitment at all costs. Okay, so what happens if you break these your boundaries and you watch social media content, you watch optimization videos and all of that, and the researcher that has come to you, boom. What do you do? What do you do? You have broken this your rhythm. Just continue elongating your X chain. That's those X's you keep putting on your calendar. That means keep doing your minimum at least. Number 1, do not reset. Make sure by all means that you do not reset. Perform all the emergency protocols needed. A broken chain is not a failed commitment. So here's what to do. You mark those days with a different symbol. That at this on this day, my boundary was broken. But that does not mean you failed, right? You still did your minimum and all. You just mark it with a different symbol, but you did not quit. Number 2, you write on your temptation log because surely the urge came, so write it on your temptation log. So make sure you do your minimum today, right now, the day that you broke your reading, your reading, your reading protocols. Make sure you do it. Do your minimum. Do not quit. Do not quit. Yes. So continue doing it. Then make sure you remember you are measuring yourself over 90 days, not 90 perfect days. We did not add perfect to the challenge. We just said 90 days. So even if it's imperfect, you are still doing your minimum. Even if your 200 words that you're writing, they don't feel right, or you shall write 200 words concerning that. That means you will do better tomorrow. You have done your minimum. So mark it. You get. So we are talking about 90 days, not 90 perfect days. Let me reemphasize this real quick. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is persistence despite imperfection. So why did I even give you that reading in the first place? I told you that you are not to do any decision making during this execution period. So that reading, the weekly reading, those boundaries I talked about are for to protect you. They are for to protect you from decision making during this execution period. So build the reading. It's important. Trust the reading. Don't break the reading. by all means. And don't reset. Let it carry you to day 90. Yes, you need to be intentional and you need to be disciplined. All right. We need to talk about what is really going to happen during these 90 days. Not the theoretical aspect now, but the psychological stuff. The mind games your brain is going to play. You'll be like, what is the essence of these 90 days? Let's tell you the psychological reason why you should perform your 90 days. You get, let me walk through this. Let me walk you through the psychological phases you are going to experience. So when they happen, you will not be shocked or blindsided. So there's the phase one, there's the honeymoon phase. That's the 1 to 10. This phase feels great. I mean, you have not started anything. So it feels, wow, let's start with so much motivation. You are motivated. You are doing your minimum, pa, pa, pa. You are even exceeding it. You are doing your ideal. Your chain is growing. You feel like, yes, this time is different. I'm going to execute it perfectly and all. Your brain is still flooded with dopamine from the commitment. You are riding with, the high of a fresh start, even though this isn't supposed to be a fresh start, but your brain does not know that yet. So let's go. So what is the trap in this phase? You'll be tempted to increase your minimum. You'll be like, this minimum is too small. Can you imagine? I can do more than this, even as a non-negotiable minimum. I can do more than this. Please don't. Don't increase that minimum. Your minimum is designed for your worst days, not for all the days. So please, if you feel you can do more, do more. But on paper, don't increase your minimum. There are bad days, you have something to fall back to. You have a flaw. You get what I'm trying to say? Now let's go to phase two. Phase two is called the first resistance. Boom. That's day 1 to 12. Did I say day 1 to 12? Sorry. Day 11 to day 25. That's the first resistance phase. This is where it gets real. This is when you start feeling it. The novelty wears off. Your minimum starts to feel boring or pointless. You are not seeing dramatic results yet. The motivation is gone. This is the phase where most people reset. The fact that they interpret the absence of excitement as an evidence that something is wrong makes them want to reset. It is not wrong, it is normal. Yes, it is normal. This is where the actual work begins. This is exactly what we are working on by doing this 90 days challenge in the first place. You not quitting. So put that at the back of your mind and continue. Keep going. So what is the trap in this phase? The trap is you will see someone else's amazing results or someone else's perfect system and you think yours is inferior. Your brain will whisper to you and say, see. Shey you see Temilade? You see Temilade's own? Look at the results within just 2 weeks. See what she has gotten. Look at you. And here. Better be set and do it her way. I beg you, do not listen. Do not listen to these boys. The highlight reel they are showing on their social media account is your behind the scenes. They will never show you their behind the scenes o. They will never. The days that they no even do their minimum is there o. They will not show you. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. Make sure you do your own. They won't show you everything. Do you think it's their life they are showing you? Phase three is called the crisis point. That's the day 26 to day 40. Is when you encounter phase three. That's around week 4 to 5 or so. You will hit what I call the crisis point. And this is where the reset urge is the strongest. You have been you have been at this your ideal, doing your minimum and this long enough, right? And you cannot say you are just getting started, but you are not far enough to see that major results that you want. You are in the messy middle. You get what I'm trying to say? Your brain will offer you very logical reasons to reset. Like, this approach gone safe. Look at where I am. See the result I'm getting. I should have started with a different method though. Well, or number two, this is taking too long. 90 days is too long. Yeah. Ah, or number three, I'm wasting time on the wrong method. It's similar to number one, right? Or I need to stop and regroup. I need to regroup all the systems in my brain because right now, this is just too boring to do. Or right now, let me just, it's not comfortable doing this every single day. It's not comfortable. Your brain will tell you reasons to reset. And all these, you see that all these are lies. They are variations of what I call discomfort avoidance. You want to go back to that comfort phase. That is comfortable for you, but will give you nothing. The cost of it is your future. That's why your brain will not tell you that your future is what you are eating as a bar in that phase. Your brain will not tell you that your comfort phase, you are eating up your future like this. And you think you'll have it. You cannot have it. You cannot eat that cake and have it. Yes. So let me tell you, the trap in this phase, you will think that resetting is the smartest thing to do, is the most strategic thing to do. You will dress up your quit as optimization, as something that you should do, right? But let me tell you what to do. This is where you will use emergency protocol one. You know that 48-hour rule I talked about? Yes. Sharp, sharp. Use it. And emergency protocol four. That accountability partner. Calm that person. To hit you, to slap you in the head. That this brain, you have not received beating in a while, have you? To slap you in the head. Pie. Go back. Yes, that's what you need. That's what you need, truly. So make sure you do your minimum, mark your exits. Survive this phase. Move along, bear. I use God to beg you. Survive this phase because the other side is where it gets better. Now, phase four of this 90-day challenge is what I call the settling. That's days 41 to day 65. If you make it to the crisis point without resetting, something in you shifts. Ping. Yes. The minimum starts to feel automatic to you, like a regular routine. You stop thinking about it as too much to handle. It's just what you do now on a daily basis. You get? So this is where the identity change begins. You are becoming someone who doesn't reset. You are becoming someone who pursues their goals every single day. And it does not feel stressful to you now because you are used to it. Praise God, somebody. Because you are used to it. So the result is probably beginning to show at this point. Even if they are small, your exchange is substantial now, breaking it to feel like a loss. So, but now, is there still any trap in this phase? Yes, there is a trap. Oh. Look out, oh. What is the trap? Complacency is the trap. You may think, okay, I've got this figured out, and you start getting sloppy. Yes. Or you might think, I've proven I can do it, so I can ease up now. You can ease up. No, you are still at day 50-ish. You want to ease up. You are committed to day 90. Have you forgotten? Please finish what you started. I beg. So what do? Celebrate the settling that yes, you are getting used to this. Acknowledge that this is what real change feels like. It is not exciting, it's not dramatic, but consistent. That is the goal, to make you achieve consistency. But do not ease up. Still catch yourself when you are feeling at ease. Catch yourself, oh, lest you fall. So phase 5 is called the final push. That's day 66 to day 90. Woo! This is the last stretch because you can see the finish line. You can see it. See that line there. I must cross it. No matter what. You can see the finish line. But here's the weird part. This is where some people sabotage everything. Everything they have done. Why? Because finishing means the journey ends, right? And you have built your identity around working on this goal. Actually, completing it means you need a new identity. And also, finishing means that you'll be judged. The results will be the results will be there, what they are. No more potential, just reality. So you need to assume a new identity. You get, let me tell you what I mean. Imagine you are a writer, you are a writer, you are working on finishing your book. That's what this 90-day challenge is for you. And then you are seeing the book is getting finished. You will soon publish it. I mean, you will soon proofread, do the editing, and you are there. You are that means that you will soon assume the identity of being someone with a finished book. At this point, your book will be judged. Your book will probably be ignored or something. But you have assumed a new identity, not someone that has not even started at all. But now you're someone that has finished it, even though it is not perfect. You've finished it. So you have assumed an identity of an author of a book. So what is the trap in this phase? Preemptive self-sabotage. At this point, you may miss a few days. You may lose focus because you'll be like, reality will dawn on you that, hey, this is a new identity I want to go into now after these 90 days. Am I ready for the the bass boots that is to give me when I get there? Am I ready for it? Oh my god, I should not just stop this thing altogether. You understand? So you might miss a few days, you might lose focus, you might find excuses why you should not step into your new identity. All because you are afraid to finish. You may find these excuses. So what do you do? Of course, I'll prefer a solution. You need to recognize the fear of what it is. What exactly are you afraid of? You're not afraid of failure anymore because I mean you have done the 1, 2. You're now in day 66, 67, 80, 90. It's 90, 89, 90. Because you're not afraid of failing. So you will not say it's failure. You are afraid of success. Oh, you don't think that's a kind of fear? So people are actually afraid of success. Yes, because success means you have to live up to being someone who finishes things. And that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of taking responsibility for that new identity you want to enter. So I need to recognize that fear. I've told you the fear now. You're afraid of succeeding. So, but let me tell you, do it anyway. It is your goal. You don't want to be that same person that ended 2025. You want to be a different person, right? So do it anyway. Mark it, mark your exits, and finish it till the night. Become that person. The world will clap for you. So let me quickly brush through some psychological truths. Let me share some psychological realities that will help you navigate these phases. So, truth number one, motivation is not the goal, commitment is. So, motivation will come and go. Some days you may feel motivated, some days you will not. Your minimum does not care. You have to do it anyways. Yes. So, you're not building motivation, you are building commitment. Someone that actually stays on doing something again and again and again and again and again for days. That's the kind of identity you want to build. Someone that is consistent. Yes. So, what is truth number two? Your brain will try to negotiate. Surely, your brain will try to negotiate. It may tell you, just keep today now. It's just today. You will do it tomorrow. You can do an extra hour tomorrow. You get. Don't, because you will never do that extra hour. Let me give an example of myself. Yesterday, I was supposed to do exercise. 50 kind of there's a kind of exercise I do in the morning. There's a kind of workout I do in the morning and in the night. 50 reps each. So that is making 100. That's making 100. Yesterday, I did not do the 50 reps I supposed to do in the morning. I didn't do the 50 reps I supposed to do in the morning. I was like, maybe I'll still do exercise in the evening. Guess what? Guess what though? I didn't do any. Even the evening rep, I did not do any yesterday. I didn't do anything yesterday in the evening. So I was like, okay, Busayo, stop all this procrastination and do your exercise. So today, I actually did the one for this morning. And I'm very happy with that. Like, I'm fulfilled. There's this kind of feeling that it gives you when you perform your ideal or your minimum, as the case may be. You'll be like, yes, I'm doing something concerning this goal. You get. So don't make your streak go cold. Continue. Missing one day will matter. Don't believe that lie your brain is telling you. Yes. So truth number three, discomfort is not a sign of wrongness. Every time you don't feel uncomfortable, every time you feel uncomfortable, your brain will interpret it that this plan is wrong. This plan is so wrong. Please. No, discomfort is only a sign of growth. It wasn't if it wasn't uncomfortable, you wouldn't need 90 days to change. You wouldn't need 90 days to change. In fact, just a snap of a finger to just do it and it's done. Because you are in your comfort zone, you quickly do things that you are used to doing that is comfortable for you to do. You easily do them. You do them easily, right? But because it's not comfortable, that's why you need this 90 days challenge in the first place. So therefore continue. Now truth number four, comparison will try to kill your commitments. So please, no matter what, don't compare yourself to anybody. You will see people who started after you and seem to be further ahead. In fact, the most stupid thing to do is to see someone that has started before you and still be comparing yourself with that person's results. Does that even make sense in the first place? It doesn't. So don't even compare yourself whether the person has started before or after you. Face your own. Face your own. Results are coming. In fact, they're already there. The tree is already growing. You just can't see it yet. You get. So let me tell you truth number five. The reset urge never fully goes away. It doesn't. Even at the 80, you might feel the urge to reset. It gets weaker though, but it doesn't disappear. And it is okay. You just need to ignore that urge. That's all you need to do. And continue. Just don't act on it. The psychological game is a real game. The minimum is easy. Managing your brain resistance is hard. It's the hard thing that we are doing. You get? So is that your brain's way of looking at doing your minimum? That's what we are trying to work at. You get what I'm trying to say? Yes. So every time you don't reset, you are rewiring your brain. You are proving to yourself that you can be trusted, that you are responsible, that you are building the most valuable skill there is. The ability to keep going is uncomfortable, but that is what is needed. We need that habit. Even if you accomplish this goal at the end of the 90-day challenge, you will have the habit of someone that doesn't quit. And you'll be like, I did this. Didn't I? So therefore, I can do another one. I can do another one. Yes, that's confidence. That is building real confidence. You're not faking it anymore. You actually did it. So, yes, you're not confident. Let's go. Another goal, 90 days. Another goal, 90 days. Complete it, complete it, complete it. Before you know it, the year ends and you'll be happy with your results. You know that you would see that, in fact, people around you will also see that it's a different person. Okay. They might be regretting not doing anything. The funny thing is that those people that are laughing at you now, trying to discourage you from doing that 90 days challenge will be the same people that will clap for you at the finish line when you are done with your 90 days challenge. That's the funny thing. Okay, because I'm a Christian, I'm going to give a Bible example. Look at Elisha. When God was going to take Elijah away from him, okay, his goal was to get the double portion of the anointing. The sons of the prophet were like, God is going to take your master from you. Look at you. Where are you still going to? You're supposed to have left this man because he's not going to give you anything. Look at servant one that he had. He did not give that one anything. He just told that one to go and he left. So you too, why are you wasting your time on him? I mean, go. They wanted to discourage him from following Elijah till the end. But Elisha did not even told them at some point, hold your peace. Hey, hold your peace. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. Sorry, my camera is shaking. Keep quiet. Hmm? So yeah, there's some people you're supposed to tell, keep quiet. I'm going to follow through with this 90 days challenge. And I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve at the end. I'm going to attain that new identity. And I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to get that confidence that I want to get. So yes, that's what you should do. Don't mind them. If I see you comparing yourself again. So we are in the 90. So what is done on the 90? On the morning of the 90, before you do anything else, you have to complete this ritual. This routine. Ritual is diabolical. Abi? Okay, complete this routine. Choose anyone, any English that goes with you. Just complete these actions. Yes. Step one, the final X. Make sure you mark your final X. Just because it's the 90, I will not do my ideal, I will not do my minimum. Mark it. Hmm? Don't analyze it. Just mark it. Mark your final X on the calendar. Then you step back and look at your 90 days of unbroken X's. Don't analyze it yet to wait. Just look at it. Let it sink in. Let this feeling it gives you. Let it sink in. You did this. You did it. Even on the days you did not want to. You did it. Even on the days you were not feeling too well. You did it. Even when you wanted to reset. You did it. Even when it felt pointless. You did this. And it's worth it. Oh. Now, step two, the counting. Count your total exits. By the grace of God, you have 90 complete exits. Yes. But if not, you count. How many days out of 90 did you do your minimum? Here's the reality. If you got 75 plus exits out of 90, you crushed it. That is 83% consistency. At least it's a progress from zero. Abi, it is better than what most people achieve in their entire life sometimes. So it's still good. Mm? Or if you got 60 to 74 axis marks, you still succeeded. You built a momentum despite the challenges. That is 67 to 82% consistency. Abi, if you got fewer than 60 X's, come closer. We need to have an honest conversation. We need to have an honest conversation about whether you actually committed to this goal or you were halfway in. Please, enter inside fully before you start this 90-day challenge. Enter inside, not one leg in, one leg out. We want to know what we are doing. But anyways, you still did not restrict. So let's clap for you small. And let's just give one clap. Which means you are ahead of what you were. So that's good, but you should still do better. Now, the third action you're going to do this for 90 days is the results measurement. I told you that you should measure your results on day 90. So now you're going to measure your results, your goals. So weigh yourself. If it's a fitness goal, weigh yourself, check your business revenue. Count the completed pages. Or if it's a finished book, congratulations. Write down the objective measurements. Write down how you feel about it. So now, step four. You think we are done? Okay, yeah, we are done. I'm just joking. So, step four, the reflection questions. Answer these questions in writing. Number one, what did I learn in this course of 90 days? What did I learn? Was it harder than I expected? Was it easier than I expected? How many times did I want to reset? What stopped me from resetting? How has my relationship with commitment gotten? How has it changed? Do I have a stronger relationship with commitment? Yes. What evidence do I have now that I can trust myself? The reflection is crucial. It cements the whole identity change. Now, step five is what I call the honest assessment. The honest assessment. Now comes the big question. Did you achieve your original goal outcome? Maybe that's the essence, Rabbi. Did you achieve it? Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe partially. And here's what I need you to understand. The outcome is not the real measure of success. If you did your minimum consistently and still did not hit your exact outcome, it means one of these things. Number one, it means your timeline expectation was unrealistic, not unusual. Most people underestimate how long real change takes. Number two, your minimum was too small. It was too small. This is very rare, but it's possible. Number three, external factors affected the outcome. It's also possible. It's possible. So, but here is definitely what happened. You proved you can commit. That's why you started in the first place. You proved that you did not reset, even if you partially fulfilled your goal or you did not fulfill it at all. But you still went on this challenge. It means that you did not reset. It proved that you can sustain effort even when it is hard. That is the real win. Remember when I said we are building? We are building the habits of not giving up. We are building the consistency habits. And that habit will make you fulfill your goals. Is that habit we're after? The habit you did not have last year. The habit you did not have even in January. What we are trying to build starting from now is that habit you get. And if you went through with this challenge, it means you have the habit of someone that doesn't give up, that is consistent, that is committed. So that's the real win. Because now you have the skill that makes every future goal possible. So after 90 days, what do you do? What do you do after 90 days? If you do not complete your goal within the 90-day challenge, you can have the decision to continue with that goal and complete it. Yes. The fact that 90 days has elapsed, that does not mean you should stop. If you have not completed your goal, go on and complete it. Then option two, if you are done with your goal, you can graduate to a new goal. Welcome to class two. Yes, if you have achieved your outcome, you may want to give yourself another goal. So you start again with another 90-day challenge. But here's the rule. You have to rest for 1 week without doing anything. Yes. So no new goals, no new plans, rest. Rest. It's important. So why did I say you should rest? Sef? This ensures that you're not cycling into another goal out of emotion or habits. It's a conscious choice, not out of compulsion. You get what I'm trying to say? So I need your mind to rest. You get. So option three, you may shift to a maintenance mode. Yes, if your goal is something like weight loss or something, you want to maintain that weight. You want to maintain that your new weight. So you continue, monitor your diet, continue doing maintenance work, maintenance exercise, just smaller commitments, focusing on sustaining what you have built. So, but this is what you cannot do. Do not reset because you're already finished, because you have attained that weight now. You now start eating what is not. You start relaxing and then you go back again. It's part of resetting if you don't know. So resetting is no longer an option. You have passed that now. So let's go to the celebration. Here is something important about this. You need to celebrate this. Not with a reward that undoes your progress. Oh. Don't celebrate weight loss with eating junks. Celebrate it with acknowledgement that yes, you did it. Tell your accountability partner that you finished it. Post about it if you want. Yes, you are like encouraging other people that they can also do it. That look at me, I'm your confidence mirror. That they can also do it. Yes, celebrate it and post it on SNS, social media, as the case may be. So take yourself out for a nice meal. Buy yourself something small but meaningful, something you feel you can need, something you feel you need. Yes, mark this moment. Take a picture, just celebrate. Because this is the moment you became somebody different. This is the moment you changed identity. This is the moment that you became someone who flourishes and it's worth celebrating. Now let's talk about the template archive. Yes, take all the materials, your calendar, your journals, your temptation logs, your weekly reviews, your goal declaration, and put them somewhere safe. I did not say burn them. Put them somewhere safe. These are the evidence. When you doubt yourself in the future, pick them out. When you are tempted to reset a new goal, pick this house. Why should I reset? I did this. I mean, I did this by the grace of God. I did this. So why should I reset? I can continue. I can. I did it once again, so therefore I can do it again by the grace of God. 90 days is not a finished line. It is a milestone. It is a proof of concept. You spent 90 days proving that you are able to do something, that you are able to be committed to something, so and that you can resist the restart urge. You can resist the reset urge. That you can trust yourself. That you are responsible. And that changes everything. Now, let's talk about after, because this the template, everything that I've given you is to achieve one goal, right? The template you have made, the declaration, everything is just for one goal, but it is to break you from that reset trap permanently. So what? So after these 90 days, what is next? The identity shifts. After your successful 90-day commitment, you will notice something in you. You will think about yourself differently. You are able to achieve something. That's different thoughts that you have concerning yourself. That you can achieve something. You are someone not trying to change. You are someone who doesn't quit. So you're not someone that is working on discipline. You have someone that has worked on discipline and you have already attained it. You are someone that has discipline. So the identity shift is very subtle, but it's very, very powerful. So now let's talk about the second 90 days. My advice for you is to get on another 90 days immediately. Now I told you to rest for 1 week. I thought it was it 1 week, yeah. I told you to rest for 1 week doing maintenance. Then enter. You have another goal you have to achieve. Yes, there are many other goals to put for yourself this 2026. Start the process again. You know the process. Do your pick that one goal that you feel you regret if you did not do it now. You feel you regret it in a year later. Pick that goal. Start on your declaration, accountability partner, blah 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 blah. Start again your 90 days challenge. Yes, always do this. And you'll be so shocked on how many goals you have actually achieved this year with your consistency plan, which is 90 days challenge. So I want you to hop on it. Are you in? Type in the comment section. I'm in for the 90 days challenge. I'm in. And let us track. Let us track. Make sure you track your efforts, not your results. So the beautiful thing about breaking the research trap on whatever in one area is that the skill transfers. Once you have proven that you can commit 90 days of fitness, you will approach business goals differently. You will not just think that, yeah, you will not just think that it's only fitness goal you can achieve. You think that, oh, it works for fitness goal. I can also transfer the skill to my business goal and I'll be able to do it perfectly. You get so the skill actually transfers because you have learned the how behind this challenge. So the skill applies everywhere. You have learned the meta skill. You have sustained the commitment despite the discomfort. So it transfers everywhere. It's the same thing across different categories of goals. So what's now the warning? Yes, there's a warning, a very big one. So I want to warn you about something. Do not be cocky. Don't be cocky. After your first 90-day challenge, you'll be like, yes, okay, I've got this figured out. I've got everything. I can handle multiple goals. I can handle 3, 4 goals now. Don't. Not yet. You only did one. Do at least 3 consecutive 90 days challenges or commitments. Contain one goal at a time, one goal per 90 days challenge. Do this for 3 consecutive times. before you start trying to juggle multiple goals. You get what I'm trying to say? Build the skill deeply. Let it be rooted in you before you start scaling it wide. You get what I'm trying to say? So I need you to think about this. Four 90-day commitments is 1 year. Am I wrong? No. 90 times 4. Four 90-day commitments is like 1 year. So in 1 year of using these templates, you could probably lose significant weight that builds sustainable fitness habits. You can publish a book. You can build a business to meaningful revenue. You can master a skill or craft. You can transform a relationship. You can achieve financial goals. At least you'll be able to crush 4 goals in a year. Can you imagine that? Isn't that wonderful? Instead of trying to give yourself reasons why you should not come on this challenge. What is the reason? What is the reason why you cannot embark on this challenge? No, tell me. So here's the most important thing. I'm not done. Wait. 1 year of using this template, you become someone that finishes. You become someone that actually finishes for these tasks. And that person can achieve anything. So, all right, we are at the end. We are at the end of this video. I hope you learned. I know you learned. You learned a lot. And I beg, put this into practice. Don't just be a hearer only, be a doer. Because it's only those that do that will see the results. Yes. So let me quickly recap what you are walking away with. You're walking away with the choosing ceremony for selecting your one goal. Is that not awesome? Number two, the non-negotiable minimum, the design process and all for your non-negotiable minimum. The X system for tracking your commitments. The emergency protocols for when you want to reset. The weekly rhythm structure. The psychological phase map. The day 90 completion protocol. Everything you need is here in this video. No more research. And now you have a choice to make. You see that you take this template seriously and use it. You actually use it. Pick your goal today. Design your minimum. Start your exchange. Do not procrastinate. If you can save this video for later, save it. Save it to your playlist. Download it on YouTube. Tell yourself that you don't tell yourself that you can start today. Don't tell yourself that let's wait till Monday. No, you can start today. Yes, and continue the cycle. You continue this 90-day cycle. Don't go change that former cycle that you want to come out from. No. Don't that is a cycle that brings unfulfillment. That's a cycle that keeps you in the same position for years. The reset trap cycle. Don't do that. Enter this 90 days challenge cycle now. It will bring out a better and new you. I can't make this choice for you. Everything has to start with your decision and your determination to do something. I can only give you the template, and I've given you the template, but I cannot make you use it. Everything is on you now. The ball is in your court. Yes. What I can tell you today is that 1 year from now, you'll be grateful you did this 90-day challenge. You will not be among those that regret. You will not be among those that will regret. You'll be so grateful that yes, you have moved at least 4 steps further. That means you have achieved at least 4 goals in 2026. Yes. So here's my challenge to you. Before you commit to the full 90 days, commit to 7 days challenge. Let's start small, right? Now I told you that you want to start something in the gym. Is it here? Yeah, I think it's here. I feel like if you want to start something in the gym, all your muscles are already atrophied. You don't start bam like that. You just start bam and do it pum 90 days. Okay, let's go small. 7 days. 7 days challenge. Pick your goal, design your minimum, track your X days for a week. 7 days and that's it. If after 7 days you still want to reset, fine. But if you actually do 7 days and you don't plan to reset, I have to continue those 7 days to 90. Yes. What is my prediction on this? The 7 days, you won't want to reset. It'll be like it's small, let's just do it. You will keep going because you have momentum. You have evidence, you have hope. And that is how it starts. That's how it starts. You can continue with the 90-day challenge. The research trap wants you to believe that the one answer out there is somehow a better or a more grand method, a perfect system. That's what the research trap wants you to believe. That whatever system you are writing down at this moment is not perfect. You need to research further. You need to research further. That there's a perfect plan out there that will make you feel comfortable, but you also achieve your goal. Oh my God. There is no such plan. There is no plan like that that will make you still remain in your comfort zone and you will still achieve your goal. Can you, can you just hear that? It's ridiculous, right? So that's how you session. Yes, I'm in for this 90 days. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be committed. You just need to be committed. Start your 90 days now. I'll be here when you finish. Waiting to hear your story. Bye. I've told you to subscribe. Yes, subscribe to this channel for more, content like this. Yeah, there are more in store for you. I bet you. There are more in store for you. Make sure you subscribe and share this video. People you think need this video. See you next time on the Confidence Mirror. Bye.